Hey everyone, and welcome into another video. We are going to be discussing NIO, whether we should be buying and loading up NIO before the earnings come out tonight. If I do sound like I have a bit of a cough, then just bear with me. I am not at 100% health today, unfortunately. I've been with my niece and I've picked up the lurgy, but hopefully we'll actually clear very quickly. So if you're new to this channel, welcome again. My name is Jason. Get on there, smash a like if you find value at any point, and consider hitting that big red subscribe button. So NIO has sold off on the day, guys, minus 4%. And tonight we do have the NIO earnings out. So what should we be looking for and what should we be doing? Well, we should in fact be looking to see whether those delivery numbers are beat. Now, if we come onto a recent article, we can see that there was a semiconductor chip shortage, and this was obviously something that happened worldwide, globally, that did affect not only NIO, but all of the EV makers, including Tesla. They even closed down their factory in December for 20 days, and this halted productions for NIO at the end of March for 5 days. They had to actually announced they had to close down the factory due to this semiconductor chip shortage. Now, it is worth noting, guys, that the stoppage has actually been recorded, and William Lee has said that the deliveries, it may actually affect Q2. And as we have the earnings out tonight, it will be very interesting to see how much this has actually impacted their delivery numbers. So that is what we are looking for. We are going to be looking to see whether they have actually achieved their delivery numbers or whether they have in fact slowed down. And essentially any dips in that share price, guys, should be treated as a buy the dip opportunity. There is a lot of big banks and institutions, guys, that have been loading up on shares of NIO when it has actually been sitting around that $35 price range. The 3 times that we have tested down here on the RSI over the last few weeks and months, we have actually picked straight back up and retested those highs of anywhere between $39 and $45. Now, we can expect a new range of NIO if this uptrend is actually to hold up, and this is a fake out tonight and we do get a good earnings call, then we can expect to retend into the $41 to $46 price range, and that is where I would see a wedge until we in fact break out, or in fact we break below due to good news or bad news coming into the month of May. But personally, guys, it is worth noting, if you are going to be buying NIO, then you should be holding it for the long term. Unless you are someone that is concerned with short-term profits and you are trying to swing trade NIO, then personally I would wait to see how the earnings are. Not trade the earnings, but I would trade after the earnings. And then again, if you do have any dips in that share price, use this as a time to load up your boats. And as soon as that price fluctuation increases back in at that very strong support layer of around $32 to $33, you are going to see a continuation and a push into NIO. Now, this is expected to be one of the worst months of the year due to that global semiconductor chip shortage moving into May and June. And then as we come into Q3 and Q4 this year, William Lee has stated that they should have the global situation of the semiconductor chips under control. So we should then expect a nice accelerated smooth run towards the end of the year with a nice steady increase. Again, we aren't going to see those sharp spikes, although NIO does like to move up more than 5 or 10% sometimes in a day. So they are very, very volatile. These EV stocks are very, very volatile, guys, so always be careful again if you are in fact investing in them, or if you are gonna trade them around those earnings. So we can also see that Tesla actually had their earnings beat over this week and they actually sold off, so the sentiment doesn't look that good for NIO right now. But I would use this as a buy the dip opportunity, like I have said. And in the past, if we go over NIO's history, we can see that every time we have had those delivery numbers, we have in fact had some very, very positive catalysts, and this share price has in fact been pushed up multiple times, guys. So really, you have to also go back to history and look to see what NIO does. And usually after it does have a giant push, we then usually start to flatline, and again, then we sell off. And in the past, we used to have a lot of share dilutions, so we did see that very, very steady increase, like a roller coaster, up and down. But again, we haven't had any of those dilutions for a very long time, and NIO do now have a much stronger cash position on their balance sheets due to all of those capital raises. And again, they are competing in that luxury market in China, guys, and again, they are competing with Tesla, but it's very, very clear that the Chinese government wants a local winner. So this is going to be some good news for NIO in the long term, and they will actually have an advantage over Tesla. And again, 10% of all electrical vehicles right now being manufactured in China are EV. So this is where obviously moving forward we are going to see an exponential push in that share price, because as things start to level out and we do see obviously the global emissions coming into effect, and we have a lot of investors buying into electrical vehicles, energy storage, and obviously those neutral carbon companies and renewable companies in the future, which will happen over this decade due to the law where the governments have made a binding agreement to cut down on global emissions up to 50%. We are going to see a massive production of electrical vehicles, and that is going to push the share price of NIO up. So I hope that this did bring you some inspiration. I hope that you guys learned something new, and I hope that this has given you some confidence in NIO. Again, if we do ever see any selling off in these earnings over the next few days, use this opportunity as a simple buy the dip. And if this does go below that $32 range, there is another support layer around that $28 range. I really don't think we will ever see those layers again. But if we do, guys, I'd probably be selling half of my portfolio and investing putting it straight into NIO, because I really do believe in this stock for the long term is going to absolutely soar. And I'm very happy to hold through any of the doubt of volatility and any of that noise. So guys, that wraps up this video. Stay safe out there, and again, let me know if you are holding NIO below in the comments. I would love to hear from you, your story. When did you start investing in NIO, and when do you plan to sell? Remember that they have been growing their revenues 100% year over year, so this is a fantastic once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and innovation has never been at more of a prime start of the S-curve. So guys, have a great day, have a fantastic weekend, and stay safe, and I will see you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Don't forget to go down there, smash that like button, and consider hitting that big red subscribe button, and welcome to this family of investors. Ciao.